PC building's never been easier. There's more great CPUs, GPUs, cases, coolers, and monitors available today than ever before. But despite all these resources out there, I still see people making the exact same mistakes over and over again. Some of these mistakes cost performance, some waste money, and a few can actually prevent your PC from working altogether. So before you spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars on your next build, here are 15 common PC building mistakes everyone makes and how to avoid them. Mistake number 1, buying an unbalanced system. One of the biggest mistakes happens before you even start building. A lot of people focus on one component and completely ignore the rest of the system. For example, someone might pair an RTX 5090 with a cheap budget CPU, or buy a high-end Ryzen 9950X and then pair it with a low-end graphics card. The result is a system where one component can hold everything else back. If your primary goal is gaming, your graphics card should typically receive the largest portion of your budget. If you're doing video editing, 3D rendering, or productivity workloads, then investing more into your CPU can make sense. The key here is balance. Every part needs to make sense relative to the rest of the system, keeping your use case in mind. Mistake number 2, cheaping out on the power supply. I get it, power supplies are not exciting. Nobody looks at a finished build and says, wow, that's an amazing PSU. But your power supply is the foundation of the entire system. A poor quality power supply can lead to instability, crashes, random shutdowns, and in worst case scenarios, damaged hardware. Instead of buying the cheapest unit you can find, look for models from reputable manufacturers with good reviews and appropriate wattage for your build. This is one component where spending a little extra can save you a lot of headaches later. Mistake number 3, not checking compatibility. This one catches a lot of first-time builders. You find a CPU you like, a motherboard that looks good, and a case with great reviews. Then everything arrives and you discover your graphics card doesn't fit, your cooler's too tall, or your motherboard doesn't support your processor without a BIOS update. Before ordering parts, you should always verify CPU and motherboard compatibility, GPU clearance, CPU cooler clearance, power supply requirements, and RAM support. A few minutes of research can prevent days of frustration. Mistake number 4, installing RAM in the wrong slots. This is one of the most common mistakes I see. Modern motherboards have 4 memory slots, and a lot of people naturally install their RAM sticks side by side. Unfortunately, that's often incorrect. For most motherboards, if you're using 2 sticks of RAM, you want them installed in slots A2 and B2. Installing memory in the wrong slots can reduce performance and sometimes even cause stability issues. Always check your motherboard manual before you install your RAM. Mistake number 5, forgetting the plastic film on the CPU cooler. If you've built PCs for any length of time, you've probably seen this happen. Someone finishes their build, powers it on, and immediately notices CPU temperatures climbing through the roof. The problem? The little protective plastic film is still attached to the bottom of the cooler. Before mounting any air cooler or AIO, always double check that the protective film has been removed. It's a simple mistake, but it happens way more often than you think. Mistake number 6, using too much thermal paste. When it comes to thermal paste, more is not always better. You don't need to use half the tube. A small pea-sized amount in the center of the CPU is usually all that's required, and the cooler pressure spreads the paste evenly across the surface. Using excessive amounts creates a mess and provides no meaningful cooling benefit. Keep it simple. Mistake number 7, plugging your monitor into the motherboard. This mistake has probably generated more support requests than any other on this list. You spend hundreds of dollars on a powerful graphics card, finish the build, and then connect your monitor to the motherboard's HDMI port. Instead, your display cable should be connected directly to the graphics card. If you have a dedicated GPU installed, that's where your monitor belongs. It's an easy mistake to make, especially for first-time builders, but it's also one of the easiest to fix. Mistake number 8, ignoring airflow. A lot of people buy several fans and assume airflow is magically just going to work itself out. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. Fan direction matters. In most cases, you're going to want front fans bringing cool air into the system and rear or top fans exhausting warm air out. Good airflow helps keep temperatures lower, reduces noise, and improves overall system performance. So before you install your fans, just take a minute to verify they're all moving air in the intended direction. Mistake number 9, spending too much on RGB. Now don't get me wrong, I like RGB. A good looking build can be super satisfying, but I've seen people spend hundreds of dollars on RGB fans, cables, and accessories while pairing them with lower performance hardware. Remember, aesthetics don't increase frame rates. Prioritize the components that affect performance first, then add visual upgrades if your budget allows. Your future self will thank you for it. Mistake number 10, not updating the system BIOS. Modern motherboards are much better than they used to be, but BIOS updates still matter. Manufacturers frequently release updates that improve stability, memory compatibility, CPU support, and overall performance. If you're building a new system, check your motherboard manufacturer's website to see whether a newer BIOS version is available. You don't necessarily need the latest version every single time, but ignoring BIOS updates entirely really isn't a great strategy either. Mistake number 11, not paying attention to motherboard standoffs. I do think this mistake's becoming less common than it used to be, but it's still worth mentioning. Your motherboard should never sit directly against the case. Standoffs create the necessary spacing between the board and the chassis. If you don't use them, or if you put them in the wrong place, you risk short circuits and other serious problems. Before mounting your motherboard, make sure the correct standoffs are installed in the appropriate locations. Mistake number 12, buying more RAM than you need. More RAM sounds better, but that doesn't always mean that it is. For most gamers in 2026, 32 gigabytes the sweet spot. Content creators and professionals may benefit from 64 gigabytes or more depending on their workloads. But buying 96 or 128 gigabytes for a gaming-only system isn't going to provide any real-world benefit. Put that money towards a faster GPU, a better monitor, or additional storage instead. Mistake number 13, ignoring your monitor. This is a mistake that doesn't get discussed nearly enough. People spend thousands of dollars on a gaming PC and then use a monitor they had laying around for like 8 years. Your monitor is literally what you're looking at every time you use your computer. Resolution, refresh rate, response time, panel technology, and image quality all affect your experience. A powerful gaming PC paired with an outdated display is like buying a sports car and driving it exclusively in a parking lot. Doesn't make any sense. Don't overlook your monitor. Mistake number 14, forgetting to enable XMP or EXPO. You buy fast memory, maybe it's rated for 6000, 6400, or even faster. You install it, boot into Windows, and assume everything's working correctly. But many systems will run memory at much lower default speeds unless you enable XMP or EXPO in the system BIOS. It only takes a minute and can provide a noticeable performance improvement in some games and applications. If you've never checked this setting before, it's worth doing. And mistake number 15, rushing the build. This might be the biggest mistake of them all. Building a PC isn't a race. Take your time, read the manuals, double check connections, verify cable routing, make sure every component is installed properly before moving on. Most building mistakes don't happen because PC building's difficult, they happen because people get excited and skip steps. Slow down, pay attention, and you'll save yourself a lot of troubleshooting later. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave a like, get subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.